Yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski, and today I wanted to show off the top 5 tools that I recommend to help new players get into PvP and PokeMMO and help them break into the scene. Now, when I say tool, I'm essentially referring to any sort of resource, website, statistics, in-game information, anything that can teach you and help you learn about the meta and what's going on in PokeMMO PvP. Alright, now the number one best tool that I absolutely cannot recommend enough to new players is checking out the PvP statistics in PokeMMO. You can get there by clicking the little Pokeball icon down here, going to matchmaking sign up, and going to statistics. It is a little hidden under the matchmaking sign up, which I understand is a little funny, but you can straight up just see all of the most powerful Pokemon in each tier in PokeMMO PvP. Literally the most powerful resource at your fingertips is right here. You can also click on that Pokemon and see the top abilities being used, the top items being used, the top natures, what Pokemon they pair well with. This is an extremely, quite literally the most important useful tool to break into PokeMMO PvP. You literally have the meta at your fingertips. If you want to know what meta is in PokeMMO, if you want to know what Pokemon is the meta, what's the most powerful Pokemon, what's being played, you can straight up just go to statistics and see it for yourself. It's right at your fingertips. It's right there. Super powerful, super easy. Couldn't recommend it more. Go check it out. I will say as a quick disclaimer, the farther you go down in the sort of meta tier list, you may get some obscure stuff that might not actually be being played. Things like Machoke and NU with Eviolite. Like maybe one person, yeah, it's been played in one game, but it might necessarily not actually be a relevant pick. But obviously you can tell that by the usage rate being down at 0.06%. So just keep that in mind when you start looking down and down into the lower depths of the PvP statistics. Now this next one is an excellent tool, and I've made an entire video talking about it before, but I do want to give you guys a quick word of caution that I'm going to be using Black-White Smogon, and Black-White Smogon will not always match up directly with the PokeMMO meta. A lot of things may be different, for example, Garchomp. But basically, Black-White Smogon is a website where you can go, look at the base stats, the typings, explanations, and overview of why a Pokemon is good, look at different sets. We have Choice Scarf for Garchomp, Stealth Rock Lead with Focus Sash, stuff like this, and then Swords Dance variants. So the reason why this might not line up with PokeMMO, and I give you guys a huge word of caution, is that PokeMMO is a different game. There's different balancing decisions. Infinite Weather isn't in the game like it was in 5th gen. Garchomp can't learn Swords Dance the way it can in 5th gen. Outrage is 90 base power as opposed to 120 in original 5th gen. So like you wouldn't be using Outrage on Choice Scarf, Garchomp, and stuff like that. There are going to be relevant differences, and you need to be aware of that, or at least keep that in mind if you do want to use Black-White Smogon. However, I don't want you to be scared away from it, because it absolutely can still be an absolutely incredible tool for understanding niche sets in certain Pokemon. I do just heavily recommend making sure you read the overview and understand why the Pokemon is good. For example, like this thing references like Shaman. Like Shaman isn't in PokeMMO. Whenever things mention legendaries, I recommend reading about, what it says about them. Maybe that's a counter to them. Maybe that's a check. Like maybe that's something you need to be weary of or aware of when using the Pokemon. Just understanding and reading through everything on Black-White Smogon is really important. It can be an absolutely fantastic site for searching up Pokemon and just understanding basic sets and understanding what a Pokemon is trying to do in competitive play and what its goal is, but it may not be the best to directly copy over into PokeMMO. Alright, now the next tip is going to be something that, to be totally honest, I probably don't utilize enough, but I definitely should, especially if I was really serious about improving, but it's going to be spectating high elo games in competitive play. So right now we can straight up go to matchmaking sign up, go to spectate, and we can see an 810 plus rating game going on. We can go ahead and spectate this. Like this is the ranked number one player right now in OU. We can go ahead and spectate this, ranked number 1 versus ranked number 4. This is a very high elo game. We can get a really good understanding of what's going on, what's meta, what's being played at the very top. It is very important in any sort of competitive play, any sort of elo based system, whether that's League of Legends, Overwatch, or PokeMMO, to understand. You want to fake it until you make it. You want to play like the best until you reach the best. I think playing at a high elo will help you reach high elo. So as spectating these higher battles for free, you can do it at any time. There's pretty much always going to be a high elo battle at any time. It's just fantastic. It's such a powerful tool that I personally probably don't utilize enough. And it's really cool. We got to watch the rank 1 versus rank 4 for making of this video. That is quite cool. But yeah, it's pretty crazy, pretty interesting seeing toxic spikes up here, seeing stealth rock on this side. I don't see toxic spikes as much as I realize it's really prevalent, especially with Cofagrigus. I don't know. Yeah, it's very cool. So we see the opponent Excadrill trying to substitute until their Rotom misses a Hydro Pump sort of deal. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on. It's really cool to use that to your advantage. You also can actually spectate tournaments, which is very cool. So to spectate tournaments, instead of going to matchmaking sign up, you can actually go to tournaments, and you can spectate tournaments pretty far back, surprisingly, by going to tournament history. Let's go ahead and check out, because there's always going to be a difference in terms of tournament play and online ladder play. That's always going to be the case. So let's go ahead and go down to the finals. Let's see who won this tournament. Looks like Enchantor won this. So let's go ahead and watch. We can straight up watch the finals of this OU tournament. All of this data is being stored in the PokeMMO servers. People do not utilize this enough. It is crazy the amount of footage, the amount of gameplay that is just available to you in game. Like, I think most players don't know you can do this. It's crazy. It's very powerful. Being able to spectate this, being able to see what's happening in the finals of a tournament is a really big deal. That can help you prepare for your own tournament play. Comparing, spectating high elo OU matches versus tournament play can really help you break into the tournament scene and understand the play style changes that differentiate. Maybe there's a lot more calculation. Maybe you play a lot safer, play a lot slower. Maybe you go a lot more aggressive because of that with certain matchups. Like, it's really good to view both sides of the coin. Alright, now my fourth tip is going to be to go ahead and watch some YouTube videos and other content creators to see what they're doing in certain situations. Hopefully they're explaining their thought process during some PvP. Watching someone play PvP is a fantastic way to learn about PvP, especially when they're explaining their thought process, which is something you can't really get when spectating high elo games or tournament games. You kind of have to take a stab at it or guess of, you have to guess at what they're thinking, as opposed to when watching a YouTuber or watching a content creator, they explain it all to you, at least hopefully. I play a decent amount of PvP and upload some PvP content, but to be totally honest, there are better content creators for specifically PvP. Some that I heavily recommend checking out are people like Roided Ewok, Moxie Mozzie, or AFC Adino. That's just a few. There are a couple more content creators that make PvP PokeMMO content, and I heavily recommend checking them out. I'm going to make sure to try to remember to link some content creators down below if you want some PvP content creators. It's totally fine to watch non-PokeMMO PvP content creators. Personally, I love watching Blunder and Pokeyen MD, the doctor. A lot of you guys probably know him. Even though they don't play PokeMMO, they still explain a lot of thought process and still give you a lot of insight into high elo and high level Pokemon competitive play, and it's still a fantastic way to learn. I can't tell you how much I've learned from watching them. I'm not gonna lie. It's still a fantastic way to learn Pokemon, even if it can't be directly transferred to PokeMMO PvP. Alright, and the fifth and final tool that I recommend is to just communicate and discuss with other players, whether you're in a team, have other friends playing PokeMMO PvP, or even if you don't have any friends that play PokeMMO PvP, you can join my Discord, and we have a chat called Competitive Help that'll help you learn about the game and hopefully make some new friends along the way. Like just yesterday, just last night, we had someone coming in looking to learn doubles, and they said, anyone here play doubles? Any doubles players? We directed them to the Competitive Help chat. He wants to build an offensive rain team. He was immediately linked multiple resources on incredible doubles play, was told to read up, get some information, and they found out no one uses Kabutops, looks like they can get a Hitmontop. Like, the information is just right there. It comes so quick, and people are so happy to help and support, and there's so much discussion between debating and understanding things, possible viability, possible meta breaking stuff. There's a lot of really interesting stuff, and I really recommend joining the Discord to check that out, talking about ice typing in general. One of my most interesting topics or discussions that I had in here was me learning about the importance of holding your Custat Berry proc on your Golem to keep for a rapid spin later in the game. So there's a lot of really cool stuff. Heavily recommend checking it out. There's always more to learn by discussing with other people and kind of just figuring things out. There's just always more to learn, and I truly realize that every single day. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I will see you guys in future videos. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for future PokeMMO content. Check out all the playlist links down below if you want more content after this video is over. consider joining the Discord, if you want to reach out to competitive help or want to learn about the game or just want to make some new friends that play the game as well. And if you want to go above and beyond, consider becoming a YouTube member to me for $5 a month, dropping a Twitch Prime or a Twitch sub over on my Twitch, hitting up my Patreon or my Venmo, which are all linked below. Thank you all so much, and thank you to everyone in the PokeMMO community, everyone who participates in PvP. You're all incredible, you're all very talented, and I wish you guys the best of luck in your games. Hey, you watched until the end of the video. I really appreciate that. This end clip is used to say thank you to all my YouTube members, Twitch subs, Patreon members, and Venmo supporters who go above and beyond and support this channel. You guys allow me to keep making content, and I really, really appreciate that. Thank you all so much. Have a great day.